What's up? This is Release Rotation. I am your host, John W. Snyder. It's been a while, I know. I apologize. I'm back. We went on a family vacation to the great state of Oklahoma, where my family is, where I'm from, where I lived for 20-something years, 24 years before moving to California. My parents went to their house and stayed there with my wife and kids. Did some fishing, caught some bass and crappie. They have a house that backs up to a little pond. So I'm so glad that my kids will be able to experience that and get to go there and visit. Because growing up, there was some land in my family that was shared, but there were ponds on this land, and so we would make the drive just like 30 minutes, not even, from Edmond, Oklahoma up to Guthrie, Oklahoma, where my mom's side of the family is, and I would fish and explore and hang out, and I have some of my best memories of being outdoors from that place. And now when we go back to Oklahoma, my kids kind of get to experience a little bit of what I did with fishing and hanging out outside and going on some fun little hiking trips and hanging out. And so that's where we were. That's why I have not had a podcast lately. So thanks for hanging in there. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks now, but I'm back, and I have been trying to wrap my head around NBA free agency, and I can't. I have no idea who plays for who right now. I mean, you could name a few of the players, like the big names. I know. I've been trying to figure it out, and it's insane. I know KD, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and Andre Jordan are now with the Nets in Brooklyn. Super weird. Don't care. The Brooklyn Nets will never win a championship, and that's fine by me. Really, Kevin Durant got his after leaving Oklahoma City, and now he is going to go to Brooklyn with his torn Achilles. Probably won't even play next year. If he does, he won't be back till like March, probably, I guess. I don't know. The average on an Achilles return is like 9 months. 9, somewhere around there. Maybe 8 to 10 months. So he might be back for the end of the season with restricted time. Who knows? I don't know. But what a weird move. And now everyone's saying that KD finally got his team. It's like, okay. I guess. I mean, sorry, I'm just at a loss for words when I hear that, because what about Kyrie? I mean, it's his team too. And KD's not even going to play next year. So Kyrie will develop himself into that leader, hopefully, for the Nets, if you're a Nets fan. But I just don't see the Nets winning a championship. We'll see, though. Who knows? But I just don't see that happening. And if they do, they're a couple years away, because they're not going to win it next year. Maybe not even make the playoffs. I mean, it's the East. The East is pretty weak, so maybe they will. But who knows? That's Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant's closer to home. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's the Jay-Z tie with Rock Nation. I don't know. It's hilarious to me, especially being an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, and the way he left the Thunder, and now leaving Golden State for who knows what. Don't know. I was really secretly hoping that him and Kawhi would team up in LA with the Clippers. And maybe they talked about it, and Kawhi said, I'm not going to the Clippers. And so Kevin Durant was like, well, all right, I'm going to the Nets. Who knows? Speculation, obviously. Could have happened. I like to pretend it happened because then I'd be right. But Klay Thompson staying with Golden State, torn ACL. He'll be out 5 to 7 months, but he'll be back. Kawhi, who knows? He's got until like September to decide, and I kind of hope he does, especially for the Lakers fans I work with. I hope he waits till September just to keep them on edge every day because I get a kick out of it. One of my buddies, who is a Lakers fan, he on his phone, you can get ESPN alerts, and it makes the da-da-da, da-da-da when there's like a big breaking news thing. And so him at work, and then one of my other buddies at work who's a Lakers fan, one of the guys was in the bathroom, and my buddy Jed, out in the hallway waiting to go to the bathroom, just went to YouTube and played that sound. And my buddy Brandon heard the sound and thought that something big had broken and runs out of the bathroom. And nope, Jed had played a trick on him, and it's hilarious. So I hope Kawhi waits as long as possible and then stays in Toronto. That would be perfect. I'm just going to go through this list. And Jimmy Butler to Miami. Dwayne Wade welcomed him, told him he couldn't have number 3, which I think's funny. Which is cool too, because, they were both Marquette guys. So that's kind of fun. So now Jimmy Butler, though, is in Miami. So that'll be interesting to see what happens. Patrick Beverley is staying at the Clippers, which that's a whole other thing. I mean, is Kawhi going to go to the Clippers? Who knows? Is he going to go to LA, stay in Toronto? I don't really know what other team he could go to that can afford him. Those are the 3 main players, I think. Boogie Cousins, still out there. Everyone's freaking out that he's still out there and no one's picked him up. It's July 2nd. There's time. Someone's going to pick him up. Seth Curry going from Portland to Dallas. Okay. Dallas might be decent this year. Although they're losing Dirk. Dirk's retiring. There were some big retirements, too, that I'll get to. I mean, I already talked about Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki. I once saw Dirk Nowitzki at a sushi restaurant in Dallas like 15 years ago. 16 years ago. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever, and I wanted to say hi, and I didn't. But Dirk, I know you're probably not listening to this, but if you are, I'm saying hi now. I should have done it at that sushi restaurant in Dallas. It was so dark in there too. I don't know why. It was like the cool thing, dark restaurants. Is it still cool? I don't know. But Seth Curry to Dallas. Jared Dudley to the Lakers. I don't know. I mean, the Lakers need something else. They don't have a point guard. They got Rondo, which, I mean, that's fine, but I think right now they have 1 point guard on their roster. So that'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. Jeff Green to the Jazz. Al Horford to the 76ers. Could be interesting. I mean, all these teams, every team is mixed up. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who plays for who. That's why I'm going down this list right now, thinking about it, talking about it. And it's Cantor, who, he's a role player. He was a role player in Portland. He played great in the playoffs. He's now with the Celtics. He said that the Trailblazers gave him 6 minutes to decide. I don't know how the business works, but that seems like not enough time. JJ Redick from the 76ers to the Pelicans. He's going to be playing with his fellow Dookie, Zion. Could be fun to watch, the Pelicans. Who knows? Derrick Rose to the Pistons. Derrick Rose with Blake Griffin. Could be fun. Ricky Rubio, no longer with the Jazz, going to the Suns. Okay. And Kemba Walker to the Celtics. The Celtics could be decent. Who knows? They lost Al Horford, but like I'm saying, it's a toss-up now with all these teams and these players. It's bizarre to me. So, especially some of these guys going from east to west or west to east. We'll see what happens. I think if the Lakers land Kawhi, they should be the favorites. I still am concerned about no point guard except for Rondo, who's like hot or cold, I think, sometimes, most of the time. And then I also know there's reports that, I just don't know who they're going to get as a point guard. I know this was a lot of NBA, but it's just what a crazy, intriguing free agency season. And we've still got till October, till the season starts. But I mean, Golden State's going to be struggling. I think in the West, you've got, I think the 5 best teams in the West. 5, I can maybe do 6, but for sure the 5 best teams in the West in no order. This is in no order, but Oklahoma City, Utah, Denver, Lakers, Clippers, and Portland. Top 6 in the West. The East, I don't know. 76ers, Celtics, Toronto if Kawhi stays. If Kawhi leaves Toronto, I don't see Toronto being in the top 5 or 6 in the East. The Pelicans might be up there. But wait, no, I just realized the Pelicans might be in the West. Maybe I should have thought that through, but sorry, it's late. I'm trying to. Yeah, Pelicans are in the West. Okay, so Celtics, 76ers, Toronto maybe, the Nets maybe. It's so weird. It's going to be so weird. You've got the Bucks again. The Lopez twins are back together on the Bucks, which is kind of fun. Brooke and Robin Lopez. So that'll be fun. Teammates, twins, played at Stanford over 10 years ago. So I think in the East, then you've got for sure the Bucks, the Raptors if Kawhi stays, 76ers, Celtics, and then I think it's a crapshoot. Who knows? The Nets, maybe, even without KD. They got Kyrie, Andre Jordan. They might be all right. But NBA is going to look so different next year. And the Warriors aren't going to win it. Or probably won't even be in the finals at this point, which is great. I'm ready for some new teams in there. As long as it's not the Lakers. It is what it is. The big retirements, Dirk and Dwayne Wade. Then you've got Darren Collison and Channing Frye. Hung it up, called it a career. All great careers by those 4 guys. So they'll be missed. Fun to watch. Especially Dirk, Dwayne Wade. Those guys are amazing. They'll be Hall of Famers one day. So they will be missed. But people retire every year. So it's just another one of those deals. I'm intrigued to see what Oklahoma City does. Not a lot of movement. They picked up Alec Burks, who's a shooter, I guess, which is what Oklahoma City needs. Is Andre going to come back and return? He's missed a season and a half. A lot of questions for the Thunder. Westbrook, he hurt his hand. He'll be fine. Will Paul George come back 100% from his shoulder injury? only time will tell. We'll see. But NBA free agency is over for the most part, at least the thick of it. We still got to see where Kawhi goes. Could still be some trades, but it's definitely been a very fun couple of weeks since the draft leading up to today and in the future. It's going to be great. Which with NBA being over now, we've got baseball season. Obviously, we're in the middle of that, but that also means that football's not too far away. Players are going to start reporting soon. So NFL, college football, just around the corner. So that'll be fun. So that's all I have for the sports side of things. We'll be right back after this break. And we're back. Usually this is the part of my show where I like to talk about life and different things that aren't related to sports. And I don't really have anything to talk about. I don't know if that's just because of where I'm at with this podcast and my passions and the things I love, or if I just don't have anything because I'm tired and I'm ready to go to bed. So I know that I always talk about like what it is you love to do. Do you make time to do those things? How are you doing those things? And I know if you've listened to this podcast before or if you haven't, for me, the only time I have is at night, which isn't ideal. It's usually after 9 p.m. when I'm the most tired and I sometimes can't think because I'm so tired, or I just don't want to because it's late and I want to go to bed. But I guess my question is, if there's something you're doing or working on, how are you finding time for it? Obviously, this is not a question that I'm going to get an answer from you, because that's how podcasts work. But as you listen and as you just think about what you want to do and what you want to be doing, how are you making time for that? And maybe you're already doing it. Maybe, you love your job and you're happy and you go to work, you come home, that's it. You don't have any other passions that you're pursuing. So maybe you spend your free time playing video games or playing golf or watching TV shows or movies on Netflix. Maybe that's where you spend your time. And is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. I don't know. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. For me, when I start sitting down watching a show or something and it gets late, I then realize that, wow, I just wasted this time. I should have been working on my podcast. I should have been working on my website. I should have been reading rather than watching The Ranch on Netflix, or now Veronica Mars on Hulu, because seasons 1 through 3 are on Hulu now, because season 4 comes out later this month. Those kinds of things. And it's so funny because I've been preaching and talking about how, you can make time. It's what you do with your time. And if you don't have time, you need to think about what you're doing and why you don't have time. If you don't have that time, what are you doing that's taking up the time you need to work on your craft or create something or, work on your passions? whatever it might be. And I mean, going on vacation definitely didn't help me. I feel like the vacation was amazing just for a reset and to see my friends and family, like amazing. I wish I was still on vacation. But doing that and then coming back, it's hard to get my mind back into doing the things that I love and want to do. And I got to be honest, sometimes it's not easy. Being 39 and wanting to work in sports media, and that whether that means doing my podcast, building a website, whatever it might be, my own thing, or if someday I want to work for a sports organization, sports media corporation like ESPN, Fox Sports, CBS, or a NBA franchise or NFL franchise, whatever that might be. But I have those days where I get down on myself because I'm 39 and this is where I'm at right now, wishing I was somewhere else, which definitely doesn't help. But it's hard not to do as a human being. It's hard not to look at other things. Maybe the grass is greener on the other side. And I've seen that a lot with where I work, is people quit thinking the grass is greener on the other side. And a lot of times they want to come back. And I've seen it multiple times. And so, not that I'm going to quit my job. I love my job. I love the people I work with. But man, finding that extra time in the week to work on this, to do a podcast, to finish building my website that I need to be finished with by July 31st because that's the date I set. And it's already July 2nd. And so I've got to make some time. And sorry I'm going on and on about this, but that's kind of what this is for too, because I guess, it's like the whole thing with like Instagram and everything. It's like, oh, we only see the good pictures. And that's why I think people get depressed, is because they look at Instagram and they're like, oh man, that person's life is so much better than mine. Look at what they have. Look at what they're doing. When all we're seeing is a photo that who knows if it's staged or not, but we have no idea, especially when it's people you don't know. That's what cracks me up about it. And so that's kind of, what I wanted to do with this podcast was the opposite. And that's why I'm opening up about just my feelings and where I'm at and this process and trying to figure things out and just keep plugging along. And that's when I have to keep reminding myself that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Like, I get that. They say life's short, but it's not. I mean, it could be, but in the grand scheme of things, life is long. I want to be an overnight success by the time I'm 50. That's 11 years. That's a long time. That's a fifth of my life. That's a really long time. And so I'm excited about this podcast. I'm excited about the website, and I'm excited about the future. And it's just one of those things you have to keep plugging along. It's not going to be easy. And that's when, people say, oh, I'm grinding and working hard and hustling. And I think, a lot of it, the grind is doing those things you might not want to do, or doing that extra work that you don't want to do and you don't have time for whatever reasons. That's the grind. It can be a grind. But again, I enjoy this and I'm having fun, and I appreciate you listening, and I'm excited for the future. This is an ongoing journey, and I thank you for being on this journey with me, and we'll see where it goes, right? We'll see what happens. Got plenty of time. It's going to evolve, it's going to change, and it's only going to get better. Thanks for listening to me ramble, because that's basically what I did for the last 8 minutes or so. You guys are the best. Even those of you I don't know, you're the best because you listen to this. And if I do know you and you're a friend or a sponsor, I appreciate you so much and thank you for listening. And I thank you for the encouragement, especially from my Oklahoma friends who I've known for a really long time. Those guys, we talk every day. I talk to those guys every day, which is insane to think about, but some of my best friends I get to talk to every day, even if it's for 10 seconds or for 3 minutes. There's always a little conversation happening, and so thank you for listening, whoever you are, wherever you are. And we will be back next week. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. Be safe. Enjoy some good food, some parades, or a parade, and some fireworks, because that's what we're going to do. So, have a good week. Happy 4th of July.